Hello there, and welcome to the Juhadre podcast in association with Rated R Esports.
Where who the hell knows where this conversation is going to take us?
Well, let's find out.
Hello, and welcome to the Juhadre podcast, Season 2, Episode 11. Ha! 11. I am Alvatross and Juhadre. Next to me is my co-host.
I'm Juhadre.
And over by the camera, not exactly in the corner, is Bleen.
I think...
But still,
I don't know that will ever get old.
I don't think so. I have actually asked the listener, hey, is that going to get old? Because Bleen says it's going to get old. And the listener said, no.
Yeah, that's... But we love you, Bleen.
Sorry, Bleen.
So, real quick, we have a couple of announcements.
Yes, we do.
The first one is the Rated R Twitter is actually team_R, not Rated R Esports 1.
So did they change it?
I guess so. When I went to update our Slink with another announcement, it wasn't pulling up. So I went back and followed and looked through it. It is team_R.
Oh, so that's probably their but their name is Rated R Esports 1.
I don't know.
I don't know what that was because I got followed by that. But
so did I.
Anyway.
But they changed it again. I wanted to update everybody. That is updated on the Slink link. Speaking of the Slink link, Alvatross, we have big news.
Oh my gosh, we have really big news. I squealed like a little girl that night. I really did. My wife's like, what was it? I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, and anyone who follows Juhadre on Twitter should already know.
Yes.
But
if you're watching this on YouTube, congratulations to us. We are now on
Pandora.
We got approved. So hopefully we get more listeners and more viewers from that podcast shuffle station.
Yeah. And I did the testing on it.
Yeah.
I have it on the Slink link, and if you click it, if you don't want to use the Slink link, which why would you not? It has everything else that we use.
It's a digital business card. Why would you not want to look at it?
But if you don't, you do JU space POD space RE, and it comes right up.
On Pandora. On Pandora. Awesome.
It's super easy to find. It's there. It's ready to go. I'm very pleased.
Oh, and one other update. I don't know if we said this in the past. If you're trying to find us on Spotify, you actually got to look up Juhadre. Yeah. You can't look up Juhadre.
Yeah, it doesn't come up in any of its variants.
It's funny because I searched myself. I can't find it.
I know, and I
search you,
so bad.
And it's like, here we are. That's not even the name of the podcast.
No, it's not.
Either way, if you want it on Spotify, you got to search for Juhadre, Juhadre, no spaces. There you go.
Yep, those are our big announcements here. I think there are a couple of other questions I'll bring up through the episode that
is fine. That is fine.
Littler things, but you told me you had a question.
Oh, so are we jumping into now? Are we done with updates?
Now? Yeah,
okay. So I was talking with a coworker about just dating, the dating life.
Okay.
And he asked me, what was the most awkward or just... Let me see how I worded it. I typed notes exactly how I talk. So, what's the lowest thing you have done to send a message that you weren't interested in a girl that you...
Oh, boy.
Without saying that you were interested. That's the big part. Without saying, I'm not interested. Because obviously with my stalker chick, that's a story. I told her to her face, I'm not interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another girl that was slightly interested in me, and I didn't tell her to her face because I showed her a different way.
Okay, so is that what you're asking me?
That's what I'm asking. So the question is, and I'll just repeat it so anybody else that wants to comment on theirs, because it's going to be hilarious. What's the lowest thing you have done to send a message that you weren't interested in a girl without saying, I'm not interested in you?
Oh, yikes.
Would you like me to go first?
I don't know that it will make what I did any less, but sure.
Okay.
I need to decide because here's my stories are kind of complicated in that because I don't know what those feelings were when I was a kid. Like as an adult, I never did that.
See, mine is an adult
then I
because
think you should
when I was a teenager, it's a little different. Because well, if you were interested in me, I was like, hey, normal teenage boy.
Right.
She's looking at me.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Before I met my wife, this is way before that. After my engagement went all kaplooey, I was working at a call center, and the next day we were going to have a potluck at our work. So this girl, and I'm not going to name names because she is really awesome, and she's married to a really good friend of mine, and he's amazing. But I just wasn't interested in her. I just wasn't interested. So she came over to my house to spend the night. She lived in the same valley as me. Like, she lived 10 minutes up the road. There's no reason why she would spend the night because it's better or faster. There's no reason for it. She had her own car, her own place. So she spends the night at my place. That night we made food for the potluck next day, and when we were getting ready to go to bed, which is like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I didn't want her sleeping in my bed with me because I'm not interested. I know why she was there. I pulled out my couch cushions and laid them on my floor with a sheet over them to give her the hint that I was not going to sleep with her.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that as a gesture. That's, at least it's nice. Wow.
That's pretty funny. Huh?
I'm laughing inside for sure.
When we got to work, she told everybody, and
Of course
I
she
was
did.
not embarrassed.
No, you shouldn't be.
No,
either.
my one of my good friends that was there, who knows about all my other stories, he was laughing. Did you really? I was like, I wasn't interested. He just, that's hilarious. So my nickname at that call center was actually Dr. Deeply, not for a sexual reference though, because I got the word deeply in 16 times on a 6-minute call.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, it was a fun game for us. I've said plenty of things, but that's what I did. I gave her a hint that I was not interested, and she never spent the night ever again.
I'm
Never
not
asked.
surprised.
We didn't hang out ever again either,
Well, right,
outside of work. But yeah, that happened.
That's a really cool story. I like that. I do. I really, however unpopular that might be, I think that was a really nice way to handle that situation.
I put her on couch cushions on my bedroom floor. Yeah, was it? And I slept with the door open,
Very good.
so there could be no nookie.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. This one isn't I was not a good person in high school. I will admit that 100% to whomever asks. But if you ask anyone else around me,
Blaine?
He was a great person.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
if you ask anyone else, they'll say I was pretty cool. But looking back,
I know
was
what you mean.
I was
We've
a
had
turd.
We've
Like,
had
I
that
was-
conversation.
I'm not a good person, when I was 16 to 18. So the problem is I was interested, but I blew it, and it was a really big mistake. And I was dating a gal from Wyoming. I don't know if I've told that story on the podcast yet.
You have not.
Okay, we'll save that for another time. But I was dating, quote unquote, this gal from Wyoming. We were just online and talking and video chatting and all those things. This was back in 2006 and 7. No, I guess it was 2008.
What grade?
12.
So you were
11
senior?
and 12. I was a
Junior or senior?
into senior.
Okay.
And
So that summer.
yeah.
Okay.
So we were chatting a lot, talking a lot. We were thinking we were getting serious for some reason because we were kids. And
It's such a weird feeling.
it really
It's the
is.
first love.
It was weird. It was awkward. Anyway, but it was really hard to maintain I have a girlfriend because technically I didn't, right? I had never met her. I'd never seen her, nothing like that. But there was another gal in some of my classes I did like, and I did know, and it was all weird. And this was actually coming into winter. It was around February. It was the sweetheart dance at our high school, and I was asked to go by this gal I do like in my school.
But you were still having a long distance relationship with the Wyoming girl.
I asked. I said, "Hey, what do you think?" She said, "It's just a dance." But through that dance, I found I really did like this other girl too.
You know what's
And-
hilarious is now, with the way he thinks, it's not just a dance.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't. So anyway, I made mistakes. Like I didn't I didn't break any rules, quote unquote, or anything. Just dating etiquette things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I held her hand. I did, and I enjoyed being with her. And the whole night I was like churning inside because I was like, oh, why am I liking this?
Because you felt like you were betraying Wyoming girl.
I really did.
Yeah.
So, just before Valentine's Day, I had to tell both of them, I'm a piece of trash, and I can't.
So, okay. So you told them that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, you still kind of told. Well, no, you weren't. You didn't tell them you weren't interested. So like that.
Yeah, and you see why I'm like.
Why didn't you just break it off with Wyoming girl and be like, hey, baby, can I take you to class?
I cannot answer that question. I do not know.
You felt that just bubbly inside?
Well, then it gets worse because after...
Oh, man, there's a worse.
There's a worse. I ended up getting back with Wyoming girl because I admitted that I made a mistake and I was horrible, and she said that she wanted to give another chance. I can't remember exactly how it all went. There were so many weird things about that, and I was just a raging hormone of a teenager, and it was all really weird, and I don't know why that was the choice. And then I ended up back with her again, and
so a third time.
No, second.
Okay.
Only,
so this
only
is still
the
second.
two. Yeah, it's only the two. But then I had to be in classes and in neighborhoods and everything with the other girl always for the next year, for the rest of the school year.
Blaine, you know who he's talking about, right?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Do you know both?
Yes.
You do? Ah, man. It's hard when your best friend is hearing you confess things.
Yeah, but look at the big smile on his.
I know.
He was smiling so big this entire time.
I already knew this story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you're just like reliving. You're just like, oh.
So that wasn't a I'm not interested in you, but I guess technically I was more interested in the other, and so I told the other girl we can't be together because I'm a creep. So I didn't say I'm not interested. But
did you really say you were a creep?
Not that exact word. I don't think I used that word.
Did you say pervert? Because that...
No, I don't think pervert. I think I used some word to describe idiocy and stupidity and selfishness.
Dumbass?
I didn't use that word. But you said something to that effect and told her, look, I messed up. I am a problem. I did this. And it was right before Valentine's Day, and then a couple of weeks after, I was back with Wyoming.
So right before Valentine's Day, basically you worded the... It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
A different way. Wow.
To two girls
oh my gosh.
I dodged a double Valentine's Day.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah. So.
That's like the lowest line in the book.
Yeah. So then back to the original question. Was it an I'm not interested? Not really, but it was I'm more interested in, and I feel I'm not. I've said on the podcast a few times, I don't live with regrets. I don't regret anything.
Yeah, the same thing as me. Life experience is amazing.
Yeah. But of the things in my life that I have done, this is the thing that I think about and want to repair the most. Because I was such a piece of garbage.
To comfort you, I've been there a lot. I messed up so many relationships. I wish I could go repair that. I don't regret what I did, but I could have handled that differently.
Yeah, exactly. And I do feel that way. So if she's listening, I truly am sorry. I want to handwrite a letter one day. I need to know how to phrase it.
If you know who you are that he's talking about, please DM me on Twitter. It is at Alvatross17. Again, that is Alvatross17. I am finding this hilarious.
I know you are. So then the other example I guess I could use... there was another girl in just a neighborhood over who was interested, I guess, and invited me to...
This is making you uncomfortable. I can hear it in your voice.
I don't like admitting things that I did wrong because they're...
Yeah.
Righteous, weird brag, I guess. I don't do a lot of things wrong.
Pride?
Yeah, it is a little point of pride. I don't like doing things I don't do well.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's a given. I get that.
That's why I don't play first-person shooter games. That's why I don't, work on my own car. That's why I don't... Everything I do, I have a sense of pride and accomplishment because I do it at least moderately decent. And so when I admit to things I did wrong and poorly, it messes with me a little bit.
Well, then let's change the subject.
But
You
I
got-
have to answer this. I have to answer
Okay,
the
okay, no,
question.
you're right. Okay, go ahead.
So she invited me to what's called Education Week down on BYU's campus.
Education week.
Yeah,
Isn't it like
it's,
education year for school?
Well played. Well played. No, Education Week is a thing sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay.
And it's a week of going and hearing different talks and not sermons, that's the wrong word, but how would you describe it, Bleen?
Talks and testimonies.
Religious panels and things like that.
Okay.
It's to help keep your testimony strong in the world, because you're going to college, you're probably single, if you have a family and all those other things. It's just one more way you can connect with your spiritual side and learn about those things. I wasn't interested in her, and we already know I hate Provo as a city, and I hate that college as a college. And so all I said was, not a big BYU fan, thanks though, and hung up the phone.
You didn't even give her a chance to like talk back. You just hung up.
No, it was a real conversation. She said, "Oh, okay, maybe another thing another time." I said, "Yeah, thank you," and then we hung it up. And my mom was in the room when I did that, and she's like, "Are you dumb?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She asked you on a date. And I was like, and? It wasn't about Education Week. It was about going out with her, and you said you're not a fan. I was like, victory, I guess. And
Because you weren't a fan of her in the first place.
I wasn't a fan of her in the first place. And yeah, I think that's the real story. But
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm glad to get both of them off my chest in a way.
Well, I'll tell you this. You're not a bad person. That's
Thank
hilarious. Come on. I made a chick sleep on couch cushions
I
on
think
the
that's better.
floor.
I honestly think that's better.
I wasn't going to share my bed.
So let's be clear. Juhadre felt highly about this person in general, but was not interested in her in a dating relationship.
I will.
That's
admit to
fine.
that.
Well, same as me. I was
Just in
great
case
being...
he's listening.
Yeah, beautiful soul, 100%.
I mean, I agree with my... I was going to say my chick, but she's not my chick. The girl I'm talking about. Yeah.
I woke up an hour and a half ago, had to immediately shower and jump into a meeting because the League of Legends team is in a small tournament right now.
Yeah.
So that was uncomfortable. And I had to go to bed late because of another meeting about this COVID-19 thing. That was a huge waste of time because they just basically repeated what they sent in the email.
Oh, yeah.
It was a ginormous waste of a half hour that I could have been sleeping, so that was
Is
uncomfortable.
it the same one that I went to earlier
Yeah.
today?
Yeah,
You got the recording.
No, I was live.
Oh,
I was
okay.
on the call.
Got it.
And now we come here and I tell uncomfortable stories. I think I need to change the
Well, okay, well,
the
here,
title
let
of
me
this.
tell you something that was very, very interesting. Okay, so this is hilarious. Bleen and I were at Costco last week, not preparing for the coronavirus because America's not going to fully shut down. And we were just shopping because we want. Was this when we were getting the wings?
We were going to get.
We were getting the wings because this is when we were going to make 20 pounds of wings, which was delicious that
Yes, it
night.
was.
It was amazing. We're walking past, and this guy, he was walking with his coworker, and he just goes, "Are you a child?" And both of us at the same time, like perfectly synchronized, yes. And the look on his face, he's just like, oh, because I don't think he understood how loud he was with that question, and how, like, the response, he wasn't expecting a response. It was hilarious. I mean, I added at the end of it, I'm always a child of God. Because
Yeah, nice.
it throws people off all
It
the time.
does.
Like, what? Because you're not a child. But
That's funny.
yeah, so that was hilarious at Costco. The next thing is, my wife and I were at we were in northern West Jordan. And I'm only saying this because, you know what, I'll embrace the pervy side of me.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw one of the hottest things I've ever seen. So it was a really
Oh.
attractive woman on a nice looking Harley
Okay.
sucking a sucker.
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things, man. Well, the funny thing is, my wife's the one that pointed it out. She goes, "Hey, look at that," and I was like, "Oh." That was funny. So that was a good one.
So this is the week of Albatross.
This is the week of oh man,
Okay.
yeah. So
I have a couple of weird things that happened this week too,
go
but
for it.
I'll do one.
Okay.
This was probably going to be my what the F moment, but it's not. So
If you're going to do this, you got to have another W. What the F
I
moment?
do.
Okay, good. Because I have like a billion this week. This is a bad week.
What I've noticed is the what the F, I think I keep trying to do something that's surprising, but really the segment is about things that make me ask, what? And one of those things is traffic circles there are 2 or 3 around where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Big traffic circles. And the way they're built is it's the big circle in the middle made of concrete, and then medians, actual up out of the ground concrete medians going in 3 out of the 4 directions.
Yeah.
So on the north side of the main one that you and Bleen will both know,
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I know which one.
I saw a jogger jogging on the median. Like from that traffic circle to the light where you turn to get to my house is about a mile, and I would say 40-50 yards of median exists from that circle to the north. And somehow this jogger got onto and was jogging that 40 yards of median instead of being in the bike lanes or on the sidewalk. And I don't know how she got there, why she was there, what purpose it serves, because you should be running on road. Asphalt is better on your shins and your joints and stuff. So why did she intentionally go up on the brick median to be jogging?
Are you talking she was like running around the circle?
No. Okay, so because we have visual
Oh,
representation
I know
here,
exactly
so
what you're talking
here's the
about. You're
circle,
going past. Okay, yeah.
and it just pokes up like this.
That-
she
okay.
was jogging on this part. So she was in the middle of the road. There are 2 lanes of traffic.
I know
on
which part you're talking about. It's on the south side of that circle.
It's on the north. It's on the north side of the circle.
The main one? Is that the one you're talking about? The one by Maverick?
No, not the one by Maverick. The one around the corner from there by the Smiths and the Golden West.
Oh, I guess there is. I guess it does extend out. It's on north, and south. Okay,
Yeah, they have
okay,
it on
I'm
north and south.
I'm clear now. I'm clear.
But
I
yeah,
got it.
she was jogging on the median, and in my mind, I'm like, why?
That's kind of dangerous. Like,
How did she get there?
I could
Why was she
smack
there?
you with my side mirror.
What if you trip?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you with my side mirror.
and get run over. Like,
Yeah.
it was weird. It was weird. But
Well,
anyway,
That's not your what the F moment.
No.
But we'll be back with what the F.
Welcome back, everybody, to What the F. You were ready.
I was ready to do it, but then at the last moment I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I want to do it.
This section of the podcast is brought to you by Soweza Clothing Company. Check them out at sowezaclothing.co or on the Slink link. And Alvatross, I've talked about it a couple times. It's a very comfortable shirt and hat I've worn. They're great. I love my Soweza Clothing.
I've
stuff.
actually seen you wear that shirt. It's actually a good looking shirt.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. And I have personally worn the hat. It was a pretty comfy hat.
It was a comfy hat.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty comfy hat.
And it is Velcro in the back, but it didn't stick to your
No,
hair.
actually, that didn't bother me at all. No. So go ahead and use code JUPODRE, that's JUPODRE, at checkout and get 15% off your order.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That 15% will go to us, and
it helps us grow JUPODRE.
exactly.
Like, well, we just got on Pandora,
Woohoo!
so we're growing.
So speaking of growing Juhadre and Juhadre, let's check on our votes from last week.
Votes.
It was mildly disappointing when you were
Okay.
talking to us at the beginning of the night.
Yeah, we only had 2 votes. What the F, people? Okay, let me pull it back up. So, go to Juhadre, and that was the Slink link. So we had, okay, here we are. Season 10, Season 2, Episode 10 has been recorded. So, the answers, the poll was for Thumbless,
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant, or What the Floozy.
I remembered, I listened to that this morning when I was at work, and
Yeah.
good stories.
Oh, no, they're great stories. I love the What the F segment. But we only got 2 votes.
Unlucky.
Yeah, so it was a tie between Thumbless and What the Floozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this week,
Well, how do we
I have-
determine the tiebreaker?
I would say rock, paper, scissors, but you don't even have a thumb.
I guess I lose.
Yeah, I guess. All right, there you go. That was very clever.
Ha! Okay. So this week has been a very, very interesting. I wouldn't say rough for me because life is going really good for me.
Okay.
But it's been like every around the corner. What the F? Okay, so I got 2 stories. So do you want the first story? These stories come from the same day. Do you want the first story or the second story?
I think we should have the second one.
Damn it. Okay.
Well, then tell the first, if it leads into the second.
It doesn't. But the first one was what really, really annoyed me.
Go for it.
I'm in my car. I was having a slightly, not rough day, but like I got into work and 3 minutes in, it's hey, Alvatross, you're needed here, 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 and here. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, screw it. I'm getting myself lunch today, and I wanted the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay.
So I went and got myself some, and so I didn't get in trouble. I took my wife one too.
Very good.
Yeah. She can't get mad at you if she's eating it too. She can, but my wife's awesome.
Moving on.
I'm in front of the store called At Home. No, sorry. That was a different lady. Back up. I was in front of Sam's Club.
Okay.
And I stopped because you're supposed to let pedestrians go first.
Correct.
So this person in one of the motorized carts starts going across. Lady comes out and she looks at me and she motions for me to go. And I pointed to the person in the cart saying, showing her I can't go. So she does that thing where, well, fine, then don't go. Like where she threw her hands up and, well, fine, then don't go. And then she walks. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why are you showing that you're annoyed at me for not going when you told me to go? If I go, I'm going to run a handicapped person over, you fucking asshole. Like, you can see there's someone, walk with them.
Yep.
What the F? Why are you getting mad at me for waiting for somebody? Like, I know somebody's in the road, but go ahead. I can't go! I got super annoyed. I didn't drive off super fast. I'm in a parking lot. I just went. That was the first one. Later that day, I had to go to the bank because Juhadre kindly purchased me a modular power supply, and it came that day. So I went to get money out. So I pulled up to the ATM to pull some money out. There are 2 ATMs at this bank, and they are extremely visible.
Okay.
You can see that there are 2 ATMs. A blind monkey would know that there are 2 fucking ATMs.
Okay.
So before I even put my card in, this lady just follows me and goes in line behind me. The other ATM, which was clearly visible, was completely open and accessible, but she waits in line behind me.
That's weird.
I took an extra, I think it was 8 minutes just sitting there. And she never went to the open ATM. I do not like how America, and I'm going to say that America, a lot of Americans do that, where they don't pay enough attention and they just fall in line. I'm like, there's an open ATM to my left. You can see it. It's on the driver's side, you fucking bimbo.
I hope she's a listener.
I hope she is. She probably doesn't know who she is.
No, probably not.
But holy crap, I had to have 2 because that pissed me off. One, I'm not gonna run over a handicapped person just because. Well, go ahead and go. I can't go. There's somebody in one of those motorized carts trying to cross, and I'm being polite. Second off, use the fucking open ATM. It's right there. You go to the ATM in your car because it's convenient. You fucking dumbass. What the F?
What the F?
I'm done. Blaine's like laughing.
I enjoyed getting that.
Oh man, I have been holding that in all week because I'm just like, I got that rule. I got that rule. I have a story. Save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh!
It's actually kind of fun.
I'm done for a second time. Blaine,
You haven't been this riled up for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, man. That
it's
got
funny
to
to
me.
watch you this time.
I also hit like 4 red lights in a row that day,
Oh.
and so I was already like,
So so is it what the F the day? Like the whole day?
yeah, what the F that day? I don't know, what day was it? Wednesday? That was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Bleen.
Black Tuesday. That's what we'll call it.
Black Tuesday. Got
I
it.
like it.
Okay. Black Tuesday. Go,
Okay.
Bleen, go.
So this marks a milestone event. I am submitting myself.
Ha! Woohoo!
I'm glad I'm not the only one now. Yes! All right, let's
Yes.
hear it, Bleen.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So, my dad works as a real estate agent part-time.
Okay.
My uncle is trying to sell his rental because he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. my dad asked me to go take pictures with my fancy camera that we are using right now.
I think I know where this is going.
So, I go, I take pictures, they look great. It's a lot further than I thought it was, but I took pictures and it's great. Then
Further, you mean like you had to drive farther than you wanted?
drive further.
Okay, I'm like, did you take pictures from a distance?
Yeah. So then we get home, I go and edit the pictures on my computer and email it to him. This is where the problem starts.
Okay, I was wrong.
My dad can't seem to open up the pictures, so he asked me to send them again.
So he can't open the attachments.
No, he can't
Okay.
open up the attachments. I send it again with a keyword saying, this was bigger than a regular email. You may need to open it up in Drive to get to the pictures.
Right.
And he sends me a message. I tried. I couldn't do it. Can you stop by at home? I stop by at home. I get the pictures downloaded for him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't double click the attachment, did he?
No, there was some issue, but he never tried actually logging into Drive.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. This is a story about him, not his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
forgot.
getting
I'm like,
good.
wait a minute. Oh, I'm intrigued again. Okay.
Yeah.
Resume.
So then I go home. I assume we're done. No. He can't upload them to the website he needs to sell the house.
Apartment.
So what the F myself was assuming my dad could figure out technology.
that was not what I thought it was.
You
gonna
know
be.
his dad though. So
I do.
is it funny? As funny as it is?
It's actually pretty
okay.
funny. Your dad's a smart dude.
Yeah.
Like Bleen grew up on a private drive, and there were 3 lots, and the whole thing was planned, and there are all sorts of really cool details that his dad put into building those lots.
Okay.
Like, he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
He really is. And that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an awesome story. I'm glad we're doing you on that. Can I say something funny about technology?
Let's hear it.
My grandmother had to teach my mom maybe 6 years ago how to drag and drop. My grandmother.
I don't know how to react to that. That was a deep breath.
I
don't
just
know if it
smile
picked
and
up.
wave when my mom talks about
All right.
technology. Juhadre, your turn.
On Tuesday.
Tuesday again?
Yeah.
Fuck!
This one isn't as bad.
Okay.
I
But it's
took
still
the
Tuesday.
day.
It's still Black Tuesday.
I took the day to spend time with my nieces. They live in a city about 45 minutes south, and I don't see them all that often. And when I do,
Your brothers?
No, my sister's daughters.
Okay.
And when we do see them, it's in a family party capacity. We don't get to spend a lot of one-on-one time.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I did one-on-one time with my nephews, my brother's kids, because they're only 15 minutes south.
Yep.
And so I made the drive and I spent the day down there with them because I'm almost done with graveyard shifts, everybody. Woohoo!
Woo!
This coming Monday on the 16th, I will be back on day shift, and that feels really good. Anyway, it was my last 100% free day. So I drove down there, and we spent the day there, and I told them, you can name anything you want to do. Almost anything. Like, I'm not going to take you skydiving because you're little.
Please tell me they said, let's build a snowman.
That's actually very funny because Frozen 2 is their favorite movie. But no, they didn't want to build a snowman. But we played with chalk, and we got to go out to lunch.
Good.
So
Good.
we went to the Chick-fil-A, and Utah Chick-fil-A's at noon are a bummer. I don't know if you've ever been to one or seen one at a lunch rush.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're
dude.
crazy.
It's bananas. So
He
anyway,
said bananas.
I know I said bananas. So the what the F comes in where we were in the line. Okay? And we're like 80 people behind. The drive-thru is backed up through the parking lot, and there are already 40 people sitting down in the lobby. Like, it is so obscenely busy that we actually pop out the back of the store, and the line is 8 people long outside the building.
Wow.
Right as we get into the building, there's a mom and her kid there, and we were just conversing in the line about how in that county the juniors were taking their ACTs.
Mm-hmm.
So the seniors were out of school, just completely out.
Oh yeah,
The
senior
sophomores-
slough day.
The sophomores completely out of school.
Huh.
All of the junior highs completely out of school. And it was short day for all of the elementary schools for some weird reason. So everyone and their dog and their kids and their dog's kids were out that day trying to get lunch at Chick-fil-A. And so as we get in, this kid, and I mean kid, he's not a teenager, he's not an adult, he is an actual child,
Okay.
says, "You know, Mom, this is what's wrong with our justice system. Prisoners get free food all day, every day, and don't have to worry about lines. And high school kids have to do here and can't even buy their food."
That makes 0 sense.
It's true, though. Think about that.
I mean, I get what he's saying, but how does that pertain to that situation?
Because if we were in prison, if we break the law and go to prison, there's no line. We don't have to spend money.
Oh, so he was
and we get our
complaining. He was
food.
complaining about being in line.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay,
This kid was 11.
that's awesome.
I,
That he
as,
really
as
did.
he popped that, I was like, "How old are you?"
How was his mom's reaction?
She's like, well, she didn't get a chance before I turned and asked, "How old are you?" He's 11. All right, that makes a little more sense because I thought he was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But then she just kind of gave me that weird, awkward smile, like, "I know," and we just laughed at it for a minute.
That fucker's gonna be a politician.
And that's exactly what I thought. I said, "Listen, man, understanding that now is actually super impressive."
Did you get his business card? Because I will vote for
what
that
business
asshole.
card? He's 11.
I will
He
fuck.
has a slink link.
That's funny.
This is 2020, bro.
Were you
was
going
that?
to call me Boomer?
I don't know what I was gonna say. Actually,
Were you going to call me Boomer?
No,
Boo.
no.
But anyway, that's my what the F. It's kind of a combination of why did that 11-year-old know it? Why is Chick-fil-A so freaking busy? And why is our system so broken?
Shit, man. I wish we had like tabs on that kid because that sounds just like a kid that's gonna become president of the United States.
You know, thank goodness. I hope he does. I really sincerely do, because what a way to look at the world at 11 years old.
Yeah, I gotta wait in line for my meal that I worked my money for, and you know this asshole that is in prison just doesn't even have to wait in line. He just gets his food at a specific time every day.
Exactly. And I hear it's not that bad, prison food. But I don't know because I've never been.
Oh, well, I mean, I can clarify that for you.
Okay.
Dude, I went to detention. I was locked up for 4 years as a teenager.
Is it bad food?
No, actually, some of it's really good.
And that just furthers the point. That's my story.
But
Like-
no choices.
Oh, I had plenty of choices there. Yeah.
I think that's it for the segment, though. Those are our stories.
That's our story. So we got Black Tuesday, Bling.
You're gonna put that as the
Bleen's
one.
dad.
Fuck yeah, I'm going to put that as that.
Are you going to put too many N's on purpose?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
And then we got Child for President.
Child for president. We should call him Mikey Smith.
Okay. Mikey Smith. Got it. And we will be back. What the F? Welcome back.
Well, thank
What
you.
the F? I took a little breather to calm down from
And I
Black
can tell.
Tuesday.
I can tell.
I also had a peanut butter cookie on that tiny little break.
Ooh.
Yeah, my wife made peanut butter cookies. I'm not the biggest fan, but that was a good peanut butter cookie.
I am a fan. I love peanut butter cookies.
I think it's because I'm hungry right now.
Yeah, you know what? You were saying that you didn't have a whole lot to eat today, so
Oh, I just
that's
tried
unfortunate.
doing my job today. I was just focused. It was a good day. It was a good day.
So last episode we talked about how your favorite drink is Dr. Pepper, And-
That's hands down Dr. Pepper.
and we talked about how original is always better, but the cherry is also doable.
Oh yeah, it's
So
really good.
when we were talking about that, I said I have something to say about it, and never got to say it.
Oh.
And it's nobody's fault. It's just the conversation never got back to it. So now that we're done with the what the F, I want to tell ask my question.
Let's do it. Go for it.
So Dr. Pepper is 23 flavors, right? That's the whole thing of it.
You want my opinion, or do you want me to just give you the short answer?
Well, the short answer.
Yes.
Okay, so 23 flavors. Now,
Yes.
you say there are 24 when you drink it from a can because it changes it.
It does. If you take Dr. Pepper from a plastic jug and try it against Dr. Pepper from an aluminum can, the aluminum can has somehow done something to the taste, and in my opinion, it tastes better.
Good. So we have 24 flavors. How was cherry not one of those 24 flavors? That blows my mind.
I don't know.
But you see the validity.
I
of
know.
the
I know
question.
exactly what you're saying, and I wonder. I've had this thought before. I wonder if they just put more cherry in it.
And that is possible.
I think that's what. I think they just increased the cherry on it.
And then the same question applies to cherry vanilla.
That one baffles me.
Because how was vanilla not part of a soda?
I don't know. That one should have been the 24th flavor. Like,
That's
we just
what I'm
had
saying.
vanilla.
Exactly. And so, like, I don't drink it because I can't ingest caffeine. Go back to it was Back Home. The title is Back Home.
Yes.
It was right after we get back from Anaheim.
We had to explain your NyQuil and your caffeine.
Yeah. But how was vanilla
I don't know.
not one of those 23 flavors?
But I will tell you, listeners, take it from me, the Dr. Pepper fan. Please, like sponsor me, Dr. Pepper. But if you want the greatest Dr. Pepper ever, I challenge you to take old-fashioned vanilla and have a Dr. Pepper float.
Old-fashioned vanilla ice cream.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Look, clarifying that. It has to be ice cream.
Yeah.
You can't
pour
just
straight
throw.
vanilla.
Here you go. No. Have a Dr. Pepper float with old-fashioned vanilla ice cream. You can use vanilla bean, but the vanilla bean's not specifically just vanilla. Old-fashioned vanilla is really good. Canadian vanilla was really good.
Oh yeah, because it has the maple flavor in it.
I don't know if that's what it was, but it was really, really sweet.
Yeah,
and it just made it sweeter. It was really good.
Canadian vanilla it has maple in it.
Oh,
Maple flavoring.
I believe it because it was really sweet. It was really good. Best damn drink I've ever had.
The pepper float.
Pepper
Dr.
float.
Pepper
It's one of the best. Yeah.
Very
I'm a
good.
big Dr. Pepper fan. I mean, doctor could say, that Dr. Pepper's what's killing you. I can say, well, fuck you too, man. I'm still drinking it.
Do you want to know what the flavors are? All 23 of them.
I do, actually. Yes, I do.
I do.
Okay, they are cola, cherry, licorice, almond, vanilla, blackberry, apricot,
This is everything
more
they...
blackberry, caramel, pepper, anise, sarsaparilla, ginger, molasses, lemon, plum, orange, nutmeg, cardamom, allspice, coriander, juniper, birch, and prickly ash. And can.
And can.
Aluminium.
It's aluminum. That's as bad as saying lieutenant. But anyway, cherry and vanilla were in there, so how do you get cherry Dr. Pepper? And cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper?
I would say, yeah, you just increase the amount that you put in it.
It makes me sad.
It's such a good drink.
I believe you. I
It is so good. I really do like it.
I
So
second that.
So then to answer the question that I'm sure someone has, then why don't I try the caffeine-free kind?
Fuck the caffeine-free kind. It's not the same.
Because caffeine probably adds to those 23/4 flavors.
Let me back up from my outburst. I don't think I've ever had caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. I don't think I have. But my buddy Moose, myself, and Bleen have started a lifetime goal to try different Dr. Peppers because you got your off-brands.
Right.
I think we're up to what, 12?
12.
11 or 12? And that one that we got from Vaughn's in California, that was crap.
Gross.
I'm
It was
sorry to hear
gross.
that.
What flavor? What was that one?
I don't remember.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Did you document like with a picture or something so that you know not to get it again?
I think you took a picture.
I think I did. I don't know where it's at.
Probably
your
on your
phone?
phone somewhere.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Do you clean your pictures like you do your
Yes, I
text
do.
messages?
Dude, I am so OCD.
Okay,
Ugh.
Last story, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I am
Damn it.
not kidding. This is a real thing. Albatross texted me one day. I was busy, so 5-ish hours later, I respond as if he, as if it was right then, and he texts back, "What?" And I said, "What do you mean, what? What are you talking about? Look up in your text messages because I'm answering your question." He's like, I already deleted it.
Dude,
Within 3 hours, he cleared a message that he
Oh.
sent me that day.
it bugs the crap out of me. I hate it so much. We never went over how long I went that one time. I told you I was trying to go.
You said it was you were at 20 something hours, weren't you?
I was at no, I was at 2. I think I think I'd gone over 24 hours.
Okay.
I made it 72 hours and then I melted down. I lost it. I was in the middle of church and I was just like, delete, click, delete, click. I did.
72 hours.
I didn't make it. It was on the 3rd day.
Okay.
I was deleting them.
Forgot to ask you about that because I remember you told me, you're like, oh my gosh.
I
it's
didn't
driving me
forget. I
crazy."
was ignoring.
Well, right.
It bugs me. I have to have everything a certain way, and I have OCD. I've got anxiety, and it just in my head. It just.
It's too
I have to because I'll go in and I'm like, oh, too much. Like, ugh. I have to.
It's funny to me.
It just in my head. It's a meltdown.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
But I'm glad we went over it. I'm glad.
it's one of my quirks.
And we're glad that you guys joined us for this adventure of Juhadre. That's going to do it for episode 11 of season 2.
Take a look at all of our Slink link. It's got all of the platforms, the links to the platforms in which you can listen to us, including the new Pandora link. Go ahead and chat us, DM us at Alvatross17
At Juhadre.
and
Bling.
with 3
Yeah,
N's.
there he goes. He did it.
And I still need to create the Instagram. I am so bad at social media. I apologize. Have a good week.